Hi again, welcome back. Today we are talking in this episode about the conclusion of Pirkei Avot for the baby boomers. And I'd like to wrap up by sharing with you words that come from Rabbi Elazar and Rabbi Eliezer, two rabbis that are noted in the Talmud as one being a really smart guy and the other one being a real wise guy. Not wise guy, but a wise man, a chacham, with great insight. And as you will notice, and I put it up here on the screen for you, Rabbi Eliezer essentially has said, in one of those Hillel-esque kind of a brilliant encapsulation, have a good heart. In other words, at our core, as Jews with values that we understand, that we've been raised with, that we've lived with, we know what that means. And he goes on further to say, and flee having an evil heart. We know that we want to strive to do good. And Eliezer shares with us, let your friends' honor be as precious as your own. Be difficult to provoke. And as we shared from Rabbi Tarfon earlier, and repent one day before your death. These are wonderful three things to live by. And I guess really what Rabbi Eliezer is saying to us when we take these three things as a whole is live life to the fullest. Bring out the best in you so that you may live a fulfilled life. It's a wonderful opportunity for us to look beyond those immediate, petty, ego-driven kind of things and sort of rise above. And hopefully we find in that extraordinary meaning. I look at the last portion of what we have here as the Pirkei Avot. In our conclusion, I bring up the next slide, and hopefully I've given us enough time for the engineer to have pulled that off as I stretched. I wanted to share with you the next slide, which has Rabbi Akavia in 3:1, asking us to reflect on three things. And Akavia, as you can see, says, know where you came from, know where you are going, and know in whose presence you will have to make an accounting. Know where you came from, your parents, the inheritance of the values of our people, of our wisdom tradition. Know where you came from. Embrace that. Can't run away from it. Use it to its fullest. Know where you are going. That's our children. That's our opportunity to say we are the link in the chain and we are going to pass from one generation to the next the values that create the meaning that we have as Jews, that we have as people using Judaism as the lens through which we live our lives. And then last but not least, know in whose presence you will have to make an accounting. That is, for many of us, the divine presence, the eternal God. But for us, it also might mean who else is important in our lives? Who else do we really need to understand that we do, in fact, have to make an accounting, be it our spouse, our loved ones, our family, and ultimately ourselves? Have we lived the life that we want to be? Have we been all that we could be? There was an old story about Rabbi Zusia coming to the pearly gates, if you will. He was relating a story to his students, and he said that he was awakened during this dream of going to the pearly gates in a sweat, because what was asked was, why weren't you as good as Moses, Rabbi Zusia? In fact, what scared Rabbi Zusia was he was asked, why weren't you as good as Zusia could have been? And that's a profound question of knowing in whose presence you will have to make an accounting to yourself. I hope that you have found our time together to be productive and meaningful, that Pirkei Avot is now something which speaks to you as someone at this particular stage in your life, and that this is an opportunity to have learned a little bit more about our wisdom tradition, and more importantly, how our wisdom tradition actually works in a significant, meaningful way in your life. We certainly would look forward to bringing to you other teachings on the Jewish Sacred Aging Network. We look forward to bringing you new ideas and new teachings. We're open for suggestions. We have a list of things that we plan on rolling out for you. But again, if there are ideas that you have that you would like us to consider and pursue, please share with us. Write to Rabbi address or to me at Jewish Sacred Aging, and we would love to be able to engage that with you. Additionally, we are available to bring this kind of teaching into your congregations, whether it's through a scholar in residence program or some sort of a day-long lecture or an extended series. We are more than able to have those kinds of discussions. We would look forward to the opportunity to share what we've been learning as part of a practice and sharing with others and teaching to you and your congregation. So again, please write to Rabbi address at Jewish Sacred Aging or to me at Jewish Sacred Aging as well, if there's any interest in pursuing that. Again, thank you so much for your time. I do look forward to seeing you both here and in person. B'hatzlacha and todah.